Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to math. We're taking a look at the Unit 2 Addition and Subtraction Study Guide. In today's video, we're going to be zooming in on learning goal number 2. I can generate a number pattern that follows a given rule and identify a rule for a given pattern. Now, since we're in the addition and subtraction unit, it makes sense that these patterns will probably have something to do with that. But as with all patterns, a pattern repeats and has a clear set of defined rules, and that's what we're looking for today. For number 6, it asks us to complete the number pattern. What is the pattern rule? And what is this answer? So the first thing I do with any pattern is I start making some notices. What changes between each of these steps? Because something is changing. Some rule is being followed in this pattern. Looking at my first two numbers, I notice, well, first of all, it got bigger. I was at some sort of 14,000, and I went up to 15,000. 14,938. 15,838. My ones and my tens didn't change. But my thousands and my hundreds did, and they got bigger. Let's look at the next one. Interesting. 15,838, 16,738. Again, my thousands and my hundreds changed. My ones and my tens did not, and it still got bigger. Looking over here, I see a similar pattern. But I'm not sure exactly how I got from here to here. So let's try my first strategy. Take my first two numbers, and let's find out what the difference is between them. Now, I know that to get from here to here, I got bigger. But I don't know how much bigger. There's some amount that I had to jump to get to there. If this is my 14,938 to get me to that point, there's some amount more to get me here. And in order to find out that missing link, I need to subtract. So just like in my problems from learning goal 1, I'm going to set it up very carefully and solve. 8 minus 8 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 8 minus 9, I can't do that yet. But I can if I regroup. 4 minus 4 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 900. That's why the thousands went up and the hundreds went down. Many of my friends will notice this and want to call this plus 1,000 minus 100. But that's not really what I'm doing. 100 less than 1,000 is 900. I'm going up by just 900. And when we take a look at some of our other problems, we'll see why it's so important to write this as just one step. But I don't know if that's the only thing happening in this problem, so let's keep going. What changes between these two? Well, looks like I'm up for another change question. 8 minus 8 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. I can't do this yet. And there I have it again, 900. Now, I subtracted to find the difference, the change. But when I go back to my problem, I can see that to get from here to here, I would need to add that 900. I'm feeling like this might be my rule, but let me see if it still works. In fact, let me try it out. 16,738 plus 900. 8, 3, 16, 7, 1. 17,638. Now, a great idea right now would be to go back and check my work with opposite operation or an estimation, just to make sure I did it right. If you would like to pause the video and do that now, that would be a great use of your time. For us, let's keep going. I'm not done yet because there's still one more change, and I have to make sure that this follows the whole time to make sure I haven't made any mistakes. So let's try it. 17,638 plus 900. Let's just see if it works. And sure enough, it does. By adding 900, I get to the next part of my pattern, which means my rule must be plus 900. I need to write it as one step. That's very important. If you wrote it as plus 900, give yourself plus 1 point for the plus 900. If you found 17,638 as the blank, give yourself plus 1 point for completing the number pattern. Now that we've solved that one, let's move on to number 7. Complete the number pattern. What is the rule? All right, same challenge. Only this time I notice there's a lot more numbers before I get to here. That's okay. I'm still going to mark every single change. It is worth it to take the time and check every single one to make sure it's correct. Let's see what I notice. 78,987. 78,687. Wow, the only thing that changed here was the hundreds. And in fact, I can already see that going from 9 to 6, I had to go down 3. Down 3 hundredths. But let me check that with a little bit of math, just to make sure I'm correct. And I am. Since it got smaller, I was subtracting. Let's see if that works for the next, oh dear, 76,687, 81,687. Now the 687 stayed the same, but look at my thousands and 10,000s categories. It got way bigger. I wonder how much bigger. Let's find the difference to see how far apart those two numbers really are. Oh, I've got to regroup. Oh. 3,000 bigger. 78, 79, 80, 81,000. So first time I subtracted 300. This time I'm adding 3,000. Can that possibly be right? Let's do reverse operation to check our work, and then we'll check the next step. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, my math seems to be right. So let's check the next step. 81,687, 81,387. Now wait. In this one, only the hundreds changed, and it looks like they went from a 6 to a 3. Down by 3. 300 again. Now I'm starting to wonder if this might be a two-step problem. This might have 2 steps to its rule. Let's see if that pans out for the next one. What changes here? 81,387, 84,387. Only the 1,000 changed, and it did go up by 3. I'm always going to put the bigger number on the top, the smaller number on the bottom, to find out what the difference is between them. And it is. It went up by 3,000. Now hang on. Minus 3,000 plus 3,000. Minus 3,000 plus 3,000. That means the only thing that could come next is... Oh, wait, let me say that again correctly. Minus 300 plus 3,000. Minus 300 plus 3,000. Minus 300. So in order to solve my next step, I need to follow the next step in the pattern. Be sure to include my commas. And there's my answer. But what is the rule? Well, the rule is minus 300 plus 3,000. It's a two-step rule. Now I can see why it would have been impossible for me to do plus 1,000 minus 100. That would have been a totally different pattern. I would have added 1,000, then subtracted 100. Added 1,000, then subtracted 100. Instead of just adding 900 every time. Let's try one more to see what's going on with these number patterns. Given the rule, add 120 and the starting number 21,289. Generate the next four terms. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so now they've given me a starting point. 21,289. And the rule, plus 120. Now it's up to me to figure out what would happen in a rule like this. Looks like I'm going to need a little bit of math. So let's find our first answer. 21,289 plus 200. It is so important to take our time because with each problem, there's the possibility of making an error that would then set off a chain reaction. So check your work. Yep, 28 plus 12, that's 40. All right, so let's add another 120. All right, let's add another 120. And let's add our last 120. Now for this one, we have a lot of numbers, but it's only worth plus 1 point. For this one, the rule is 1 point, the answer is 1 point. For a total of 5 out of 5 points on number patterns. Put the amount you earned over the possible amount. If you're feeling a little stuck with these, one of my favorite ways to practice with a friend or family member is actually to grab a calculator. Now we know we can't use a calculator on the test, but it's a good way to practice. Come up with a rule together and a starting number. Have one person use the calculator, and the other person figure it out on paper. Now, they'll get the next answer in the pattern. See if it matches what you did on paper to check your work. Good luck and happy studying.